As the Trump administration ramps up immigration enforcement, many immigrants are afraid what will happen to them with their green card process. Now, if you have come to this country through a port of entry, you will be able to get a green card under certain circumstances. It will be very difficult if you came illegally to get a green card. I'm just going to be very honest with you. It's going to be rare. But if you came to a port of entry, these are the things that you can do. Now, in this website, this is from the United States Citizen and Immigration Services, USCIS. It is going to talk about green card eligibility categories. All right. Don't worry about the alert right here. This is just talking about people where you don't need to show that you had your COVID shot. You don't really need to worry about that. But as we continue to go down, it says here, to apply for a green card, you must be eligible under one of the categories listed below. Once you find the category that may fit your situation, click on the link provided to get information on eligibility requirements, how to apply, and whether your family members can also apply with you. Now, this is what most people try to get a green card with, green card through family, all right? That is through an immediate relative, okay? Spouse of a U.S. citizen, unmarried child under the age of 21 of a U.S. citizen, parent of a U.S. citizen who is at least 21 years old, all right? Then you got other relatives of U.S. citizen or relative of a lawful permanent resident under the family-based preference categories. Family member of U.S. citizen, meaning you are the unmarried son or daughter of the U.S. citizen, and you are 21 years old or older, married son or daughter of a U.S. citizen, brother and sister of a U.S. citizen who is at least 21 years old, family member of a lawful permanent resident, spouse, unmarried child, unmarried son or daughter. Okay, then you got the fiance visa, which that's the visa where 90-day fiance and stuff like that. This is the visa that they filed, the K1 and K2. If the person has children, they file for the K2. All right, then you have the widower and stuff like that. Then you got self-petitioner, victim of battery and extreme cruelty. That's not really something that a lot of people do, but they can if they want to try. Then you got green card through employment. All right, now that is only for what they call the H-1B visas. All right, mainly is that because that means that you are an exceptional person and you are able to get a green card for that. All right, so and then also now this is something that Trump has talked about in the what he wants to do with the gold card. Now, let's look at the immigrant investor. All right. So, immigrant investors have invested or are actively in the process of investing at least 1.05 million or 800,000 in a targeted employment area or infrastructure project in a new commercial enterprise in the U.S., which will create full-time positions for at least 10 qualified employees. That right there, Trump is trying to increase it to $5 million, which I feel is a good thing. Because $1 million, that's kind of low, but $5 million is a good thing right there. Then you got a green card for special immigrant and stuff like that. All right, religious workers, special immigrant juvenile, stuff like that, Afghanistan, Iraqi national, and other things right here. Now, this is something where you see that a lot of people who came from Mexico tried to do. They try to get a green card through the refugee or asylee status. Okay, now this were granted asylum status in the list a year ago or admitted as a refugee at least 1 year ago. The problem with that is if you don't go through the port of entry and have to wait, that you can't just be like, oh, I'm fleeing, but I came illegally though. No, if you're gonna flee through the port of entry. I feel that anybody who came here illegally, who did not come through the port of entry, and even if they say that they're a refugee or say that they want asylum, don't give it to them. And we'll see what happens with that. Then, of course, you got green cards for human trafficking, green cards for victim of abuse, other categories, and green card through registry. Right. So now, when you have these situations right here, these are the ways that you can get a green card. All right. Most people, I'm gonna be very honest with you, gonna have to get a green card through family. If you don't have any family like mother or father that can file for you, my brothers and sisters around the world, you need to start talking to American men and American women and making something happen where y'all can spark up a relationship through love. Because let me tell you something, it's going to be very hard. You got to try to be any fakeness through love and trying to do what you got to do to come to this country. All right. That right there, in my opinion, will be the best thing. Let me tell you something. Me, I love Jamaican women, and I want the women that I love to be in this country with me. All right. I don't want them to just stay there. I want them to have a better life. And I feel that any man, if you go overseas and you really love the woman and you're an American, bring them here. Bring them here. I know that you hear a lot of brothers saying, oh, if you bring them here, they're going to become Americanized. No, 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 no. If you make sure you do it the right way, where you marry them, you can bring them here on the K1 visa, and you marry them here, you get a prenup and all that stuff, and you let them know, I ain't about that BS. So if you're about that BS, let me know now so I can send you back. All right? Do what you got to do. And my ladies, listen, if you, my foreign ladies, if you thinking that you could be slick with a man, don't do it. Don't do it. Because a lot of men are becoming way smarter, just like me, and we're not having it. We are not having it. But that's something that wanted to talk about with green cards, even with Trump cracking down on illegal immigration. If you came here through a port of entry, even if you overstayed your visa, whether it's a student visa, whether it's a tourist visa, even if you overstayed, you came through a port of entry. So you have to understand that you have more rights than the people who came here illegally. All right. So I'm gonna give you some advice. If you came and let's say you're on a student visa or you on a tourist visa or even a work visa, if you get married, the best thing for you to do will be to go back to your country. Now you may say, "Oh, but then I want to just do adjustment of status and I want to stay here and stuff like that." That might be able to work, but you gotta understand that with the way things are going, you don't want any hold up on your situation. So if you find someone you really love that person loves you, go back home and wait for the green card process in your country. You can always file a visa to travel back and forth now. All right. So you can see each other, but at least you go back to your country so that they know that you ain't just trying to, this is like some business. You're doing it the right way. Don't let anything hold you up. I'm pleading with you guys because I want to see my brothers and sisters from all over the world. I want to see you guys successful, but don't try to do things illegally. Try to do it the right way. All right. Especially when you find someone that love you and you love them, do it the right way. If you didn't file a fiance visa, for you to go and try to say, okay, well, I'm on a student visa, they're going to ask you, well, student visas for students. You didn't file a fiance visa, so you probably trying to stay. You're trying to get married so you can stay here. But that's they're going to look at that, and that's going to cause a lot of red flags to be going up. So I don't want you to do that. All right, I want you to be safe. I want you to be prosperous, and I want you to make as much money and live a better life in America, so that you can be able to make things happen not only here but in your homeland. Well, my brothers and sisters, I just wanted to make this short video. I know that there's lots of information to go through, and I would tell you go and talk to an immigration attorney if you are here, especially if you're here illegally. You got some explaining to do, but your best bet is to talk to an immigration attorney and try to get things situated. Try not to do things illegally. I know that it's tempting. I know they say, man, I just want to come and I don't care. But I'm telling you, life is hard for immigrants in this country. It is very, very hard. And I'm not talking about legal immigrants. I'm talking about illegal immigrants. It is very difficult. You can't get a good paying job. You can probably try to open up a business, but it's getting difficult out here. I want y'all to come here legally. Please, my brothers and sisters, I'm pleading with you. Come here legally. Meet people. The world is global. You can meet Americans who may not be able to meet someone that they want to mesh with here in this country, but you are that person that they'll mesh with. So please, do what you got to do the right way. My brothers and sisters, I want to thank you so much for watching this video. I really, really appreciate it. I know that your time is valuable, but you're spending it with me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. can you please like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you'll be notified for any videos that I drop. Thank you so much for watching. Be safe. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Peace.